What you all are watching is the release trailer for the Contraptions DLC for Fallout 4. At first glance, it does not seem to be much there in the way of new content. I mean, making intricate ball gravity fall mazes would be fun. I just don't see how it fits into the full game. The trailer does a good job at showing conveyor belts of teddy bears and other basic junk. I watched the trailer still trying to decide if it was worth it. I already owned the DLC due to the season pass, so I thought I would browse through the crafting menus just to see what new items were available. And to my surprise, Bethesda pulled the lead-lined wool over my eyes because this DLC is one of the most ambitious of them all. I will start with the basic items and move on to what I believe is most valuable. New building kit, warehouse. Looks like a carbon copy of the barn kit with different textures. At first glance, not too impressive, but as I got into the kit, I realized what type of parts were available. Namely, the glass windows, which actually thank goodness some are not broken, and glass ceilings, which is amazing. Along with a few other cool parts like automatic rolling doors like you find on the Red Rocket. All in all, I find it to be a good addition, namely because there were buildings out there that we used to could not make, but now they've pretty much given us all the tools available to make whatever your settlement dream is. Scaffolding building kit. I'm not sure what the purpose of this kit is other than giving you access to your elaborate gravity fall puzzle traps. Games. I guess it just gives you some alternate settlement items, and maybe you could do something with raised platforms like, I don't know, flood water house or something like that. I have to play with it more, but maybe it's just scaffolding for when you're building, although I just use jetpack for that. So we got elevators now. I believe it goes up to 4 floors. Really cool. All sides snap, so you can really make some elaborate things. I haven't really messed with them too much because it's kind of a pain to put them into pre-made buildings, but I'm gonna kind of work with it over the weekend just to see what I can get in. So we finally got them. We finally got weapon racks. It took forever for them to show up in the main game, but now you can have weapon racks which aren't glitchy and they kind of work like a container, you know, and they snap to almost anything, pretty much any wall, which in my opinion is good. It's a welcome addition and it honestly should have been in the main game a long time ago. Kudos. I have probably missed some items, but I really wanted to talk about the most impressive addition to the DLC, machines. But I like to call them factories because they seem like they should have been factories. So finally, the dream of crafting every item in the game can finally be achieved. The DLC introduces machines, or factories of different types, capable of crafting any item in the game as long as you have the necessary raw materials. Now, when it means raw materials, it literally means raw materials. Although I have found that it will break down scrap and keep the scrap that it doesn't use inside of its own self-contained workbench. You can pull scrap out of the workbenches to use them, but the vacuums are a little stupid and they end up pulling out everything, so it's kind of funny. But you can craft weapons, armor, ammo, food, and items and clothing. Each factory requires a different amount of power. The most is 15. I think there's also one that uses 5. But they come with these animated conveyor belts, and you can actually ride the conveyor belts, which is another thing they added, a bunch of conveyor belt systems. Now, I haven't figured out how they work together because I tried to put something together for mass production, but it didn't go too well. But you can make some like Jetson style futuristic walkways, which I'm definitely planning to incorporate in my next settlement build. To me, most importantly, and honestly what really is firing me up right now, is the ammunition crafting station, because finally, just like in Vegas, we can create ammo. Now, the recipes are very simplistic and they all kind of use the same types. I have not found energy in ammunition yet, but I do believe that it would be built at the energy weapon station because each weapon type has its own station. Now, melee weapons doesn't have a station and it wasn't inside of the gun station, so I'm kind of curious to find out where those are because that would be pretty shifty if you couldn't make melee weapons. But with the addition of an ammunition crafting station, you can finally stockpile not necessarily rare ammunition because you couldn't craft cannonballs or anything like that, but you can stock up on your 50 caliber, which is what I'm planning to do for my survival diaries because I'm about to upgrade all my weapons to the highest tier, and now I just have unlimited ammo to do that with, which is really nice. I feel this DLC is totally worth the cost and will give tons of new gameplay elements to help give the world more realism. But that honestly doesn't matter. What really matters is what you think, so make sure you put it down in the comments below and let me know how you're working with the new DLC. Are you jaded because of the way it works? Are you having trouble, understanding? Because I'm having a little trouble understanding how it all works. I finally got the ammunition station down and that's working fine, but to try to get a fully automated system, it's gonna take a little bit of time and a little bit of work. So thanks for watching, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more fun. It's Man Faces, signing out. Take care, everyone.